Hi everyone, Ed DeCosta here of the Catalyst Associates and eddecosta.com. This is my video blog entry for Wednesday, May the 9th, 2012. I'm glad you're here. I want to talk to you a little bit today about listening and the tendency for many people, myself included, to overestimate our listening skills. And really, when it comes down to it, we're not terribly effective listeners. When someone shares something with us, we often will try to relate to what it is they're saying and then offer something in our life that is similar to what it is they have just said. So in a sense, we can be said to be reading ourselves into their story as opposed to listening completely to their story and asking follow-up questions. Let me give you an example. Let's imagine you ran into someone you haven't seen in a while and you said, hey, what's going on? What's new? And they said, oh, I just saw Bruce Springsteen in concert and it was hands down the best concert I've ever seen in my life. What would be your original thought? You might think about whether or not you've seen Bruce Springsteen in concert, or if not, you might think about, boy, what would be the best concert I would say I have ever seen? Quite normal, quite natural. I'm not suggesting that those are unhealthy thoughts whatsoever. The question becomes, what is it that you say? Do you immediately say whether or not you've seen Bruce Springsteen? Do you immediately say what the best concert you have ever been to might be? The most effective listeners, the best listeners, refrain from doing that. They leave the center of the conversation with the other person. They ask specific questions like, oh, why do you say it was the best concert? Who were you with? Where was it? How long did he play? How many times have you seen him? Or many of the best listeners I've ever seen might just ask what might not even be considered to be a question. They'll say things like, is that so? Or you don't say. Which technically aren't questions, but they're statements intended to encourage the person to share more. And that's the lesson really for today. The most effective listeners maintain their focus and their concentration on the person speaking to them. Get lost in what they're saying. Be curious. Make sure they understand that you care very much about them. You know what? If they're a friend or a family member, eventually the conversation's going to come back to you and whether you've seen Bruce or what the best concert you've ever seen might be. But don't take the ball and run with it. If they're excited, they're enthusiastic about something, be an effective listener. Be the best listener that you can be and leave the subject with them. Leave them in the driver's seat. So this will be a hard habit to break. I challenge you to try it once and please let me know how it goes for you. Again, my name is Ed DeCosta with the Catalyst Associates and now eddecosta.com, and wherever you are, please make it a great day.